في iTech هذا الأسبوع xpolinate مفهوم جديد لتبادل الخبرات والموظفين بين الشركات. Senstone لالتقاط وتوثيق اللحظات العفوية في وقتها. ستارت اب Senseware من المبادرة السعودية سيرين المؤمن. Thumper المزج بين الإيقاع الموسيقي واللعبة الإلكترونية. مشاركة الموظفين بين الشركات بين شركتين مختلفتين أو مشاركة أصحاب المواهب الكبيرة يمكن فكرة غريبة شوي، لكن أصبحت اليوم ثقافة جديدة يعمل عليها. xpolinate ستارت اب أو شركة ناشئة عم توجد بلاتفورم أو منصة للشركات لتتبادل موظفينا لحلول مشاكل مشتركة، والنتيجة بتكون مفيدة للموظفين وللشركات. xpolinate ستارت اب بلوس أنجلوس حنتعرف عليه وعلى منصتها من خلال أحد أعضاء هذه الشركة وهو السوري اللبناني أسبيد قسيس.
We're the first platform in the world that is both a discovery platform for collaboration on a strategic level, and we're also the first platform in the world that allows for employees to be shared within different organizations, open to both corporate companies for business, also for universities and nonprofits.
Your idea, how did you come up with the idea?
So the idea was actually Vijay, our CEO, and I had worked together at a company before. It was actually Warner Brothers, one of the biggest studios in the world.
Yes.
And for a while we had been thinking, how can we make this, how can we make work more fun? And how can we democratize innovation across the board? Because when you're a big company, it's easy to have the resources to innovate, but how can we bring it to different geographies in the world, to different companies? So actually, our Vijay called me a year ago and he said, hey, I had the aha moment. And we met up at Starbucks, and at that day I already fell in love with the idea, and ever since then we've been working on it. And actually the name cross-pollinate was just like a bee, because a bee, in order for it to produce honey and in order for the fruits to be, for the flowers to become fruit, you have to cross-pollinate. So imagine So imagine as an employee going from one flower to another. Another way that we thought about this was big companies already had rotation programs within their different departments, different offices. We said, why not open it up and make a rotation program think of it as a rotation program between different companies. Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about cross-pollinate, and we see it xpolinate, but you mean like cross, like the
exactly.
Cross
so cross
itself.
And pollinate. Exactly.
So share, collaborate, and grow.
Exactly. So share is the employee sharing. Mm-hmm. Collaboration is the collaboration of different organizations together, and growing is for everybody. The people are growing and the companies are. Exactly.
So sharing the employees of the company between different companies.
Between different companies, or between companies and nonprofits, between companies and universities.
Okay, let's see how we share that. Are there any examples in the world?
Absolutely. So what we said is, when we looked at this, we said, let's show some examples of this already happening in the world. So on our website, we have close to 70 different examples of this already happening ad hoc in the world, but it's usually being done by big companies. And it's sometimes one-on-one. Sometimes, as you notice here, American Red Cross has partnered up with several companies to create new products. Mm-hmm. So we started. Exactly. Caterpillar, Walmart, and Uber are collaborating together right now
on a specific project.
Exactly,
right?
And the project is the grocery delivery service. Mm-hmm. And we thought people might be interested. So if you actually would like to know what's happening with this, we have links within those collaboration opportunities that you see what happened. And we thought, you know what? Look at all these great innovations that are coming through the collaboration between companies.
LG and VW
are collaborating to build a cloud-based car platform. Uber and Capital One are collaborating to create a mobile payment rewards. And frankly, when you look at it, it spreads the gamut. There are different vendors, different organizations, different areas of commerce and business, all collaborating together.
But in a way, their collaboration a bit different of what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Maybe between two departments that work on one project, and they will have a product together.
Exactly. What we're saying is, what a beautiful system. Why not open it up? And why not just make this about the big boys, if you will? And the big boys are more than welcome. We actually would love for the large companies to be a part of this as well. But we said, let's open this up and create a platform that allows those collaboration opportunities to be discovered. Because you can imagine, for example, two different companies, one in Wyoming and one in San Diego, that are not in the same vector and they're not in the same business. They don't share vendors. but they're really trying to solve a very similar problem, just a different application of it. And via a platform like ours, you could go and you say, hey guys, you're actually working on a similar problem. Why don't you work together, bring similar minds working on from different perspectives and create a solution for that problem. So imagine you're a company.
Yes.
Today, companies can collaborate between their different departments themselves. So let's say if you're AT&T, you can work for different departments within AT&T, and there's some software out there. And if a company would like to get into our platform that way, great. But what we think is really interesting, imagine being a company and you have a university. So let's say there are statistics PhDs here that would love to work on a real life problem, and there's a company that has data, but they're having a hard time understanding what's actionable about it. You work with these PhD statistics students who are hungry for a real life problem and come up for a solution that makes both the company more productive and also gives them a real life solution. Imagine another company working with a nonprofit to bring clean water to villages in Africa, and you allow those companies to also work between the nonprofit and themselves. But we really believe that the most beautiful part of the collaboration is going to be when different companies end up collaborating on this vertical together to bring real innovation and real growth to the people and to the economies that they work in. So this is actually our platform. And in this example, we have an employee. Her name is Tina Frey. And Tina is actually a designer. She's a fantastic UX designer. And she's very good at her job, but she's also passionate about 4K streaming. And she's looking for opportunities to expand her understanding of the world and work on a project that she's interested in. At the same time, let's say Netflix is doing a proof of concept on a new way of 4K streaming. Tina goes to the opportunity and she reads up about it. She goes, this is a dream come true. Here's a 3-month project that I could work on that allows me to take my skills and expand them in a field that I'm absolutely passionate about. She applies for the position, and she ends up sending them an example of her resume, an example of her work, and she explains why she's passionate about this, why she would like to work on it. Netflix ends up going through, looks at the different profiles that are being submitted for this position, reads through Tina's example and goes, wow, fantastic. This is exactly the sort of understanding that we need to build this proof of concept. They go back and forth, and eventually they agree. And in this case, actually, just so you know, both companies and the employee are all aware. This is fully transparent. So company A, company B, and the employee are all
So that's why
invested.
Tina could log into your system.
Absolutely, exactly.
She was registered through her company.
Exactly, you're absolutely right. The company invited her as a perk to be a part of this platform. Because what we're really doing is we're building leadership pipelines. Let's say at the end, it ends up being such a good project that you go into the partnership section and you create a partnership. Netflix says, this works so well for me, I'm going to put a beacon out there in the world and say we're interested in these sort of partnerships. And then different companies can go, look at those partnerships and decide, you know what, here's a different company in a different space, but we would love to work with them on a proof of concept, on a new product line, on a new initiative, and it allows that sort of discovery of opportunities for companies and organizations to collaborate. This is open to all companies. It's an invite only in the sense that you apply. We want to make sure that you're coming in with the right mindset to be a part of this platform. But we're going after a list of what we know are progressive companies that have done similar things in the past. Maybe they're already collaborating so they understand the ROI of this. And we believe as companies start coming on board and as we start putting examples of the high ROI, both for the company and for the employee, of the kind of benefit that they get, we're going to start evangelizing the product, if you will, and go to different geographies in the world. It's actually going to be open for any company in any country and allow them to go and see the benefits themselves.
Nice. So xpolinate, where are you based?
We're based out of Los Angeles, California.
How many of you on staff?
We have 5 people in the United States, and we have a development group that's offshore.
Excellent, and it's good to mention that Asbet Kassis, you're half Lebanese, half Syrian,
yes,
and Armenian at the same time.
I'm Armenian who was born in Lebanon and was raised in Syria. I actually finished high school in Syria and then moved to the States to study computer science.
Excellent, excellent. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
As an entrepreneur, all the best in your startup.
Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I appreciate the opportunity to be on the program.
Sure. Happy having you on iTech Show.
Thank you so much. Absolutely.
بعد الفاصل في ايتك. سنستون لالتقاط وتوثيق اللحظات العفوية في وقتها. ستارت اب سنسوير من المبادرة السعودية سيرين المؤمن. ثامبر المزج بين الإيقاع الموسيقي واللعبة الإلكترونية. سنستون لالتقاط وتوثيق اللحظات العفوية في وقتها. ستارت اب سنسوير من المبادرة السعودية سيرين المؤمن. ثامبر المزج بين الإيقاع الموسيقي واللعبة الإلكترونية.
محادثة بين شخصين ممكن تسجيلها سراً بالصوت وتحويلها إلى نص مكتوب. محادثة أيضاً بين أكثر من شخصين كاجتماع عمل ممكن تسجيلها بالصوت وتحويلها إلى نص من خلال جهاز صغير جداً يمكن أن يكون قلادة للسيدات أو زر للرجال أو حتى على شكل ساعة. نتعرف سوا على هذا الجهاز الصغير سنستون.
Senstone is a smart accessory for instant note-taking. The idea is that you wear a tiny accessory somewhere close near your mouth so it can hear your voice well and transcribe it into text. So what you actually get is on your app, get notes, reminders, a list, and anything you've been recording by your voice.
So this is the device?
Correct.
And it can be in different use, right?
Right, absolutely. Mostly people, like to use it in cases when they're mobile. They're walking, they're running, cycling, hiking, driving. I mean, when they're out of the office or not at home. We've been working for about a year and a half to make it really small and smart. What we stick in there is microprocessor, memory for about 2 hours recordings, and Bluetooth, which transfers file in low energy mode, so it preserves battery life.
And microphone.
Of course, yes.
Where is the microphone here?
It's right here. You have small holes here.
I see a light, like a LED light here. What is it?
Yeah, right now it says it's connected with a smartphone, but it doesn't have to be connected if you need to do recording. It's just one small press of a button and it starts recording.
Where do you press on it? Here?
Right now we press it here. That's for MVP, just for demonstration
prototype.
purpose.
Press
yes,
here.
prototype. Small button. So it started recording already. Yes.
Start recording now?
Yeah.
Okay, recording and transforming voice to text. This in English only or other languages as well?
Right now there are about 10 languages that we
10
tested.
languages?
Yes. We tested 3 of them today.
What are the 3?
Chinese and Japanese. English, yes. Of course, German, French, and pretty well-known languages.
And how do you charge it?
It has a special dock station, which is at the same time the box for it. So if we ship that item, the person will not have any box to throw away. So we just use it as a dock station. It's Senstone.io.
ستارت اب سنسوير من المبادرة السعودية سيرين المؤمن.
Hello, iTech. My name is Serene Al-Momen, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Senseware. And Senseware is a system that simplifies connecting the physical world to the web. And with that, we're able to help a lot of companies achieve operational efficiencies and save money. We started our company in 2013. We went commercial with our product in January of 2014. So we've been out in the field helping a lot of different clients. Our system is a combination of a simply deployable hardware component that can plug into any sensor, meter, or device that's out there. And is able to bring the data from those sensors and meters and devices to the web to provide real-time visualization on what's happening in your environment and provide a very easy way to manage assets and critical systems within the environment. Since we launched, we've experienced really high growth. We were able to generate sales immediately the first month we went commercial. And so 2 years later, we were in over 200 buildings, including the U.S. Institute of Peace, a few Hilton hotels with Boston properties, and a lot of different marquee customers. I co-founded this company with my husband, which is a unique thing and brings some challenges to the table, but at the same time, it provided this a good team to really take the product to the next level. And I'm actually from Saudi Arabia. Riyadh is my hometown. And it's been my dream since I was in high school to start my own company and inspire other Saudis, and especially female Saudis, to do the same. And so I worked really hard to achieve that vision. And although we're headquartered in the US, our long-term vision is to try to bring this technology to the Middle East and Saudi in particular, because we really feel like there is a need there and a market. And my husband is also from Belgium, so Europe is another market for us. And together we have this international vision to take up the product internationally. So to know more about us, visit our website at Senseware, SENSEWARE.co.
Thumper، المزج بين الإيقاع الموسيقي واللعبة الإلكترونية.
لعبة جديدة فيها الكثير من التركيز والسرعة والريفلكس رد الفعل، وأيضا الكثير من الموسيقى الصاخبة التي تواكب الحركة واللعب. ثامبر لعبة على بلاي ستيشن 4، بلاي ستيشن VR وبي سي ستيم. نتعرف عليها سوا.
We've been working on this game for 6 years, but it's our first game.
The first game.
Yeah, and we're just a two-person developer. We built this game from scratch using our own engine, so it's just been a really slow, gradual process.
Excellent. And finally, it's complete.
Finally, yeah. Thumper, it's a rhythm game, and you're doing one thing, and you have to do this one thing at the right time, which is thump. You're this space beetle, and there's things that are coming at you. These little white squares come at you, and if you press X when they go under you, you thump them. And if you thump certain patterns perfectly, then you're able to fire weapons, and you can hold X and slide, and you can slide through certain obstacles. And you also have to be holding X to sort of pivot into turns. It's really simple. It's just X and the stick, but we do a lot of things where there are combinations of those two things.
Before we start playing it, on top of the nice graphic and colors, or the mood of the game, you're the composer of the music.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the music?
The music's just as important as the graphics, and I kind of made the music and the graphics both very stripped down and really moody, really dark. It's kind of this dissonant, sort of throbbing texture that's going on the whole time, and all the actions that you do sort of fit in rhythmically with what's going on. And it's kind of noisy and cacophonous. I just wanted to create this experience that isn't really like anything else. It just creates its own sort of universe. So this is the beginning tutorial. I've already gone through some of it. So now it's telling me to hold X. If I hold X, I go into this skid, and then if I steer while I'm skidding, I can pivot into the turns.
Okay.
If I don't do that at the right time, then if I just run directly into the turn, I get damaged, and my shelf flew off.
But you can continue after you get damaged first time?
Well, if I get damaged twice, I die.
Okay.
So you always have your shell, and you can get damaged once, and then you can't get damaged again. So in the game, you know, you progress and then you come to these points where there are these boss battles and you're sort of confronted with these enemies and you have to do these perfect sequences in order to fire a weapon at the end.
So we're gonna hear the music now. We're gonna watch you playing with the sound effects and the music.
I don't know, this gets really fun because it's, you know, it's hard to survive. It's hard to do the patterns right, but if you do it right, it's satisfying. And then once you destroy the boss, you can progress past them. And that's basically the whole game. We have a website, thumpergame.com.
شاهدنا معا في ايتك xpolinate، مفهوم جديد لتبادل الخبرات والموظفين بين الشركات. سنستون، لالتقاط وتوثيق اللحظات العفوية في وقتها. ستارت اب سنسوير، من المبادرة السعودية سيرين المؤمن. ثامبر، المزج بين الإيقاع الموسيقي واللعبة الإلكترونية. لمتابعة فقرات هذه الحلقة في أي وقت تابعوا ايتك على youtube.com/الحرة ايتك، وايتك شو على فيسبوك وتويتر.